Yes. You're welcome once again to another wonderful tutorial in this my channel. Please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, click on the bell notification so that whenever I post amazing tutorial, you will get notified. So, yes, today, uh, we're still talking about we'll still be dealing with the same data set that we have, which is staging. So that's what we are still going to work with. So don't forget that the staging that we're working with, so I have to change the name of the database here to staging because I have more than one data set here. So I have one database here. So I need to change it. So these are the representation. This like a bucket are the representation of the data base that you have in your SQL. So by the time you expand this database here, you get to see when you see the bucket, these are the data that you have in your SQL server. So, but today we'll be working with, we started working with the staging. For those that are watching my previous video, if you have not watched it, please kindly do so. We're still using the same data set. So, but today, what do we want to do? We want to talk about how to perform an aggregate function using sum, SUM. So, let's take a look at the data set that we have. And so we are going to say, using our select statement, select star from purchase trans. So this is the information that we have in this data set. So from left to right, you can see everything that we have here. So now I want to perform an aggregate function using sum, how to calculate um, the sum of any particular data or information that you have in any table. So we are going to give, so let's write exactly what we want to do. We'll say forward slash, then star. We say return the sum of all other quantity value of the um, purchase, that's the name of the data set that we're using, purchase trans data set. So then I can now use asterisk and forward slash. So now let's go straight to the statement that we want to write here. So I'll say select. I like to type my query in most of the time in capital letter, but it doesn't matter whether small letter or capital letter. The SQL understand any one that you use. Star. Okay, sorry, we want to use sum. So when you want to perform a sum operation, select and write your sum as a function that is recognized already by your SQL. So now open your bracket. Okay. Um, so now, we want to return. So let's look at the particular column here. The particular column we want. So I want to use this other quantity here. I want to sum it. I want the SQL to sum this particular column for me. So I'll say sum of the quantity as. So you have to give it the name because the SQL is going to create a special column for this particular set of information that I want to derive from my table. So it's going to give it a name. So that the name is what I want to use now. Sum of, that's the name I prefer to give. You can give it any other name, other quantity. So I want to give it something related to what I want the SQL to perform with the operation, so that whenever I'm going through this particular statement or particular query later, I can know, oh, this is what it's doing for me here. So from the name of the data set, purchase trans. So that's exactly what I want to do. So let's look at what the SQL is going to do for this particular information that we have here. Let's take a look at it. So okay, let's run it. You can run it or press F5. Okay, it's going to give you a single value because it's summing up all the information, it's adding everything together. And when you look at this information that we have here, we have how many rows of information do we have here in this other country? We have 200. If we look at the left right hand corner, but bottom page, this of your screen, the bottom side by the right hand side, you see 26,357 rows. And so when you have this query to sum it up, it's going to give you a single value. It's going to return a single value that is 79,000 and 7,913. So that is the sum, and it's giving you the name that I have actually given this SQL to use for me. So there is how to perform an operation using an aggregate function sum um, on any data set, on any information. So you can change, I can decide to change this. If I look at my data that I have here, I can decide to change it and say, oh, okay, don't forget you can only perform the aggregate functions on values that deals with numbers, not with letters. Those that deals with numbers. So I can also tell to say to run it for me for list price. Let's say I'm using list price, for instance. I can use my list price, list price, list price. You can, as long as it has to do with a particular column that aggregate function can be performed on, and I can change it to sum of list price here instead of order, sum of list price. So when I run this, it's going to add, the SQL is going to add everything for me on this particular list price column. It's going to add everything for me here. Don't forget, let's see what we're going to get. Let's run it. Okay, you can see we have a very big number. A very big number. It's going to return a single value. So, and you can see the SQL actually added how many rows of data? 26,357 rows. And we have big numbers. Look at what we have in this. So it's a big number. So that is as good and accurate what your SQL server can do for you. So you can perform this on any operation that has to do with numbers, not letters, because it's an aggregate function. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully I hope you enjoy and you benefit one or two things from this video. Please, if you have not subscribed to this particular channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and get subscribed to this channel so that whenever I post amazing video on data analysis, using maybe SQL, Microsoft Excel, Power BI, Visual Studio, Python, Tableau, you will be notified and you get to see more results from this channel. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you.